Morning! It is Thursday morning at 1am. You know what that means? It's time for AEW Dynamite. We've got the Young Bucks taking on the Jurassic Express. We've got Sting in a match tonight. And we have the fifth flavor of Jericho. So let's just get straight into it. So we were going to hear from Jon Moxley and Eddie Kingston, but then all of a sudden we have 2.0 and David Garcia attack Eddie Kingston and Jon Moxley with a pipe of something. Then they basically call out Sting and Darby Allen and say, fuck it, let's have the Texas Tornado match right now. So we get that match, and I kind of have to admit, this was actually really good. I mean, it didn't go too long for obvious reasons with Sting, but I mean, Jesus Christ, Sting went through a goddamn table after a double assisted powerbomb, stood the fuck back up, and just hit a double scorpion death drop and then a fucking sharpshooter for the win. Which I kind of have to admit looked really cool. I kind of have to admit that one. It did look good. And both 2.0 tap out to that. So Sting technically gets the win on that one. This was entertaining. I mean, the crowd were absolutely behind it and loved every single second of it. But I would have loved to hear Eddie and Jon Moxley talk about, obviously, 2.0 and David Garcia. But we're not going to see that yet, unfortunately. But you never know. Also, ladies and gentlemen, congratulations to Christian Cage, who is the new Impact Wrestling Champion. He beat Kenny Omega for the belt on Impact on AEW Rampage. And also, we now have Fuego del Sol is officially a part of the AEW roster, so congratulations to him. Really fucking awesome fit. But here's the big one. In just over 24 hours time, guys, we might hear from fucking Punk. Holy shit. And also now Sammy Guevara. So Sammy Guevara proposed to his longtime girlfriend. Congratulations, Sammy Guevara. It happened on the pre-show, obviously, but again, congratulations. And then fucking Shawn Spears just turns around and says that, you know, instead of Sammy, just go with me and I'll make you an honorary member of fucking Pinnacle. Fucking classless, obviously. We're in Sammy's hometown and it's like, fuck you. So I actually cannot wait to see fucking Sammy Guevara kill this motherfucker. Cannot wait for it, to be honest with you guys. So hopefully we get that match next. Sammy Guevara killing Shawn Spears, and yeah, again, congratulations to Sammy Guevara and his girlfriend Pam. So again, let's get to our next segment. So we've just had the beginnings of the Sammy Guevara versus Shawn Spears match. Man, I don't know if he's selling or not, but fucking hell, he must have stunned his neck on that pile driver between that Tully Blanchard and Shawn Spears put on. It was before the bell, so it doesn't count as interference. But he must have jarred his neck or something, because Sammy is looking out of it. He's either selling really well, or he's fucking concussed. Something's just not feeling right with Sammy. I mean, he was able to do the springboard cutter, which he missed, but he was able to do that okay. But something just does not feel right about Sammy, and it's rare for Sammy to be off form. There are certain times where he is, but something just feels really off. I mean, the crowd are absolutely fucking behind him. We're in Houston, Texas, of course, they're going to be behind Sammy, but I'm seriously worried about Sammy Guevara right now, and I don't know if he's going to be okay. Hopefully it's just the old jarring of the neck, and he's not exactly broken his neck or anything like that. Hope to God that doesn't happen. But hopefully it's just a quick jar or something like that. I didn't hear a snap or anything like that from what we heard, but you never know with a situation like that. So we'll watch the rest of the match and get back to it. So we just had the ending to Sammy Guevara versus Shawn Spears, and thank fuck Sammy looked okay. He was able to do the 630. Holy shit, that was good. But man, it was terrifying when that looked like it just... Jesus Christ, I was terrified. But he looked safe, he looks okay. Hopefully he gets checked out, and hopefully everything's fine with that. But the match itself, holy shit, this was intense. It was actually really fucking good, I gotta admit that one. Just the way they started it, obviously, was a callback to that feud with the Inner Circle and the Pinnacle, and the way that it was just ended. This is basically the definitive win for Sammy Guevara. At the end of the day, couldn't get the win with the 630, but he does get the win after 3 vicious knee shots that actually opens up Shawn Spears, holy shit, you know, a hard way, and then hits him with the inverted GTS, which is the GTH, which is the God Hell, I believe, and gets the win for Sammy Guevara. So Sammy wins. Very entertaining. Have to admit, this was a damn entertaining matchup. And again, you know, but it's actually kind of refreshing that we don't see like the hometown person lose in their hometown anymore with AEW. I don't think that's actually happened yet. I could be wrong on that one. But again, it was nice to see Pam and Sammy just embrace and be like, you know, yay, you know, their happy moment as well, which is great. We also had Christian Cage about to talk about what happened with the Impact World title, but Don Callis comes up and basically tries to start talking shit to Christian Cage, and he basically just turns around and goes, "You're always going to be a carny piece of shit," and just walks off and says that, you know, I'm going to take the title from him all out, and he's not in my head, and I'm in his head. End of story. So yeah, that was a really good promo by Christian and Don Callis, and now we're going to have the AEW Tag Team Championship match. Hopefully the Young Bucks fucking lose the belts tonight, because I am sick and tired of the Young Bucks title reign. I have to admit, I am very, very sick and tired of it. So let's just get this going. So we just had Dan Lambert out from America's Top Team. I believe he had 2 of the most successful members of American Top Team. I could be majorly wrong. I don't know anything about UFC. I do apologise about that. Basically just talking shit. Murderhawk comes out. Men of the Year come out to basically attack Murderhawk. So we're going to get that feud going forward. And then we have Jericho basically saying he's going to kick MJF's ass tonight. And now, guys, we have got the Young Bucks versus the Jurassic Express for the tag team titles. I want to ask now, has JoJo joined AEW? Because I feel like she's joined AEW. Like, the ring announcing sounds familiar to me, and I have no idea why. So if anybody in the comments section below can correct me on that, then please do, because I really need to know about this. I could do some research, but I am very tired. So yeah, let's watch this match. So we just had the Jurassic Express versus the Young Bucks, and this was a really good match until the fucking interference started. This was bollocks. I do not agree with Jurassic Express using the steel chair. I don't. But this is just bollocks. Young Bucks are still the tag champs. This was a really good match up until everybody started getting involved and Kenny brought the chair in. And now everyone's just getting the shit kicked. Jurassic Express and Christian Cage are just getting the shit kicked into them. This is just fucking disgusting. I'm sick and tired of the fucking Young Bucks tag team title reign. I'm absolutely sick of it. It needs to be over because it's just done. I'm done with it. I do not think that the Young Bucks need to be the champs anymore. I can get away with Kenny being the champ, but not fucking Young Bucks. Something needs to change. And whoever, we need a fucking new tag team champions, and that was going to be Jurassic Express, but unfortunately, ain't gonna happen. Again, match was great. Can't really fault the match. It was really good, but unfortunately, it's just I'm done with it. I'm done with the Young Bucks. So yeah, let's see what happens after the beatdown. So I just want to bring something to everyone's attention. I don't hate the Young Bucks. I really don't. I think they are absolutely talented in the ring. They are fucking killing it. I mean, hell, fuck it. They have their own wrestling company. But what I have a problem with is putting themselves over each and every fucking week. Because that's what's happening. I mean, yes, as well, Kenny as well. But with Kenny, it's that just dickhead attitude, which I can get behind. The Young Bucks, this just, in my opinion, it just doesn't suit them. I'm not a massive fan of this character change with them. If it was done a little bit differently, then fair enough. But they've beaten Kenny, they've beaten John Moxley and Eddie Kingston, they've beaten Jurassic Express, they've never beaten all the tag teams in AEW. Who can really beat them? That's all I'm saying. I mean, unless you've somehow managed to bring the Dark Order up and make it like they are the unstoppable team, but that's, I thought the Dark Order, but that's not happening anytime soon, guys. I'm sorry. But at the same time, you need a team that can beat them. And I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon, unfortunately, which fucking sucks. So, again, I don't hate the guys that are playing the characters. I just don't like the characters. I just don't like the character itself. That's all. So, we just also had a promo from Britt Baker. She brings in her new muscle as well as Rebel. I believe she's British. I could be wrong on that one. I forgot her name. So I need to remind myself of her name. But she was brought in on Rampage. I do apologise. And we're going to be seeing her in the ring next week in Milwaukee, apparently. So she'll be facing Red Velvet. So we'll see how she does there. So let's get to our next segment in Dynamite, shall we? We shall. I'm sorry. What? So, Paul White's just come out to start talking about an announcement he was going to make, and then all of a sudden the Factory come out, and now Paul White is officially going to be wrestling at All Out against QT Marshall. I mean, in front of the snarkiest crowd there? I don't know. I mean, it's a big gamble. I have to admit that one. It is a massive gamble. It could go really well, or it could go tits up. We'll have to wait and see. Just had a Jay Cargill promo as well, talking about something going on. I'm not entirely sure what. I do apologise. I've had to mute it to talk about this, guys. But yeah. I mean, we'll see it all out. I mean, it's probably not going to be. I mean, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't think it's going to be as good as Sting or Christian Cage. I can have to admit that one, but I've been shocked before, and I'm pretty sure with Paul White, this is probably just a one and only event, and I fucking hope it is. No offense to Paul White, but he should just be a commentator, and that's it. But we'll see it all out, guys. It's still a bit of a shocker, but yeah, let's do this. So we'll find out what our next segment is, and also, I've been told Heels is actually really good. Please, again, comment in the comment section below if you want me to review the first episode of Heels starring Stephen Amell, because I really want to do it, but I want to see if you guys want to see my reactions to it. So let's get to our next segment. Well, shit, we're going to have a 4-teamed elimination tournament. Varsity Blondes, Young Private Party, Lucha Brothers, and Jurassic Express, and the winner of that goes on to face the Young Bucks in a steel cage match at All Out. Oh boy, we are going to get new tag team champions at All Out. Thank fuck for that. It's either going to be the Lucha Brothers or Jurassic Express, and I have no problems with that. And right now, guys, we have Ricky Starks coming out with Taz and Hob or Will, whatever his name, Taz's son. So let's see what happens. So we just had the promo with Ricky Starks, and basically it was going to be a mono conversation with Brian Cage, but then all of a sudden Brian Cage is attacked by Powerhouse Will Hobbs, obviously. Duh, didn't see that. Oh, it's not JoJo. I do apologise about that. It just really sounded like her. Weirdly sounded like JoJo. I don't know why. Former married to Bray Wyatt, if you didn't know. But at the same time, so that happened, and then they brought it back, and then we get a promo from Death Triangle, and Pat basically just being like, "You want me at All Out, Mr. Andrade El Idolo? You fucking got it." Yes, I am looking forward to that match. That is going to be a damn fun match. And we also have before the Lucha Brothers could respond to the elimination tournament, we had Andrade come in and basically agree with a giant ass stack of paper. So I feel like It's going to be on the condition of if Pac loses, he must send over the rights of the Lucha Brothers team to him, I feel like. That's going to happen, maybe. And now we have Thunder Rosa versus Penelope Ford. Oh, this is going to be a fun match. Let's watch it. So, we just had Penelope Ford versus Thunder Rosa, and there was a little bit of sloppiness, I'm not going to lie. Bit of miscommunication between the two women, but at the end of it, I kind of have to admit they got me into the ending. I will admit that one. It was very good. The way that Thunder Rosa won with her submission after being in the Indian Deathlock and being able to turn it over twice, that was good, I gotta admit. This was an okay match, and they got me at the end. And now we've got a Malachi Black segment about Road Rage and everything that's been going on, so we'll hear from that in a moment. So, Jamie Hayter is the muscle for Britt Baker, which is really cool. And now we've just found out Malachi Black's taking on Brock Anderson. Nice knowing you, Brock. You're gonna die, mate. But looking forward to that, guys. We also have the first next week. We have Varsity Blondes taking on the Lucha Brothers in the Eliminator, and on Rampage we have got the first matchup, which will be Private Party versus the Jurassic Express. And oh my God, John Moxley versus Daniel Garcia. Ooh, I really need to watch Rampage. Holy shit, that's going to be amazing. Also, Kira Hogan's on Rampage. Awesome. So yeah, looking forward to that one, guys. Hopefully I will be able to watch that. It might be the day after or so, but I will definitely try and watch it because oh my God, we've got fucking AEW Rampage I will need to watch, and also SummerSlam. Hooray! So yeah, we'll do that if I can. And now it's time for MJF versus Jericho in the Fifth Labor. Let's watch this. Mero versus Eddie Kingston for the TNT title. Oh shit, that's gotta be fucking amazing. Cannot wait to see that when that eventually goes down. Fuck yes. So, I mean, let's talk about the elephant in the room. Let's talk about CM Punk. Do I think he's going to show up at Rampage? I personally don't know. I think it's been very, very strategically done by AEW and CM Punk. I have to admit, Punk can play the wrestling crowd so many fucking times, it's unbelievable. Do I think he will show up on Friday? I don't know. I personally do not believe he will, but again, I have been wrong. I mean, it could be Daniel Bryan, for all we know, and it's literally just the old bait and switch from Punk and AEW. We don't know. It is Chicago. I feel like it should be a better, that it should be at All Out for Punk, and maybe have Daniel Bryan come in at Rampage, just to throw some misdirection at them, but the crowd is going to be chanting for Punk that entire show. I think he will come in, but again, I believe it's going to be at All Out as a surprise that nobody saw coming at the end of the pay-per-view. And then at the next pay-per-view, Punk will get a shot at Kenny Omega and will beat Kenny Omega for the title. I don't know. That is my prediction on Thursday at 2, coming up to 20 to 3 in the morning. So I just don't know, guys. So let's just watch this main event. It's going to be continuous. I'm not going to go and break it up. I'm just going to watch the full match and then give my thoughts at the end. But what have I thought of the show so far? Really great show, I thought. The opening contest was absolutely good. Brilliant to see it. The tag team title match was a fucking blast, but the goddamn finish, it fucking annoys me. Thank God we're going to be getting new tag team champions at All Out. I fucking hope so. Women's match was good. It wasn't, again, there was just a few mistimings, but bar that, it was good. And MJF versus Jericho is going to be good as well. If not, great, you never know. But we'll see what happens, and to be honest, I don't know. We'll find out, guys. So, let's do this. just before we talk about MJF versus Jericho, John Moxley cuts a promo basically saying that his fight with David Garcia is going to be in the main event, and is he ready for the bright lights of the main event? Moxley's fucking Moxley. Moxley's just promo skills are fucking unbelievable, and I really want to watch Rampage, and I will fucking find a way to watch it. I'm not going to have any spoilers. I'm going to watch it straight up. But I'm looking forward to it. So now, let us get to MJF versus Jericho. So we just had MJF versus Chris Jericho, and this was a fucking amazing matchup. The crowd singing Judas to the song, that is fucking amazing. This was great. Don't get me wrong. I mean, the fans were behind Jericho. They were pissing annoyed at MJF. And the back and forth between the two men, this was the best of the five labors, I personally believe, and it just told that story of just the hatred between both MJF and Chris Jericho. And I've got to admit, I was genuinely shocked to see that MJF won this match. I thought he would actually lose this match and then they would challenge for one more time, but maybe we'll get Jericho versus MJF one more time at All Out with Jericho's career on the line. Maybe, I don't know, but this was amazing. This was a great matchup, and as I said, the show overall, this was, again, I have to admit, I think I now have a new favourite AEW Dynamite show. I think it's this one, because this is amazing. This is a really good show. There's nothing afloat at this time. If this doesn't crack a million views, I'll be shocked. I'll be honest with you guys, I will be shocked. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is my AEW Dynamite review. Thank you very much for watching, guys. I will hopefully see you for the second installment of AEW Rampage. As well as that, I will be here on Saturday night, hopefully watching SummerSlam for you guys. So, take care, TTFN, ta-ta for now, and stay safe.